In West Africa there exists a large area that has never been explored. It is called the Congo, home of the gorilla. There we find a tribe that has been isolated from the civilized world. The natives are celebrating as they dance around the fire. They are getting ready to kill a white explorer who got separated from his exploration expedition. Another white man is going to help him escape. His name is Dr. Smith. He has lived among the tribe for 10 years while searching for the elusive White Pongo. He tells Tony, the prisoner, he will untie his hands so when the time is right he can escape. Dr. Smith gives Tony his diary. He tells him to take it back to civilization. Tony asks him, "Why don't you come with me?" Dr. Smith responds, "10 years ago I would have, but now it's too late. I'm just too old. You're still young enough to have a fighting chance." He wishes him good luck and walks away. The elusive White Pongo enjoys watching the natives dancing. The fire dies out and the natives return to their normal activities. The captive makes his escape, completely unnoticed. He has to swim across a lagoon. Two natives are out for a stroll. The man tells the woman to run for her life. They run into the White Pongo. It charges toward them. The White Pongo attacks the man and kills him. Tony is in the water and he hears the commotion. He comes ashore to investigate. He is shocked when he sees the elusive White Pongo killing the native. He runs back to the water for safety. Then we are at a hospital. Tony somehow made it back to civilization. Tony awakens and says, "I saw the White Pongo." A well-known explorer, Albert Jones, is in the room. He wants to ask Tony questions about his experience. The doctor tells him that he is delirious. He says that he is medicated and he doesn't know what he is saying. Albert is told that the boats have arrived. He goes out to greet them. The boats unload their supplies and passengers. They are a group of explorers searching for the legendary White Pongo. They all get acquainted with each other. Albert Jones tells the leading scientist, Bill Murray, about how Tony saw the White Pongo while was escaping from the primitive tribe in the Congo. The group insist on speaking with him. They all go to his room. They stand over his bed. He keeps repeating, "I saw it, I saw it. I saw the White Pongo." Albert Jones tells the group, "Now we have proof that we have found the missing link between man and monkey." He tells them, "This man saw it." He tells the group, "Follow me, I will show you what he brought back from the jungle." He takes them to a room. He brings out a metal box. He tells them the story of Dr. Smith. Then he shows them his diary. He tells them how Dr. Smith has lived with this tribe for 10 years. His diary is proof that the White Pongo has some human intelligence. They are discussing their adventure into the Congo. The doctor enters the room and gives them some bad news. He tells them that Tony has died. They all agree that now it's their obligation to follow through where he left off. The next day they are preparing to go into the Congo by canoes. While the canoes are being loaded with supplies, the team members get acquainted with each other. The head guide tells them they are ready to shove off. They begin walking to their canoes. The team also consists of professional marksmen with rifles for protection. As Camilla is walking to her canoe, she is attracted to one of the riflemen cleaning his gun. She stops and stares at him. He sees her looking at him. He just grins at her and goes back to cleaning his rifle. The canoes are loaded. The team begins their journey into the Congo. Camilla has a rifleman sitting next to her in her canoe. The rifleman she was fascinated with on shore is in another canoe. She keeps checking him out. She would like to have him sitting next to her in her canoe. The wildlife is beautiful along the river. They are getting deeper into the Congo. They make their way up the river. The jungle is alive with wildlife. A family of gorillas are investigating an old suitcase someone left behind while they ran back to civilization. As they check it out, the White Pongo shows up and chases them into the jungle. The gorilla troop makes their getaway. But the silverback decides to make a stand. He beats his chest to show the White Pongo who's boss. Then he takes off to join his troop. Now the White Pongo can eat in privacy. The explorers arrive at a rest stop. The team discuss a route that will save them a lot of time. The animals in the Congo always look forward to visitors. They enjoy the treats they receive and they like to see what's inside those boxes. Camilla is having her morning coffee. She is still fascinated by the marksman. She watches him as he shaves. She walks over and asks him why he shaves every day. He tells her it's just a habit he picked up in the military. She is asking him about himself. His boss, who thinks that Camilla is his girlfriend, walks over to them. He tells the marksman, "You are just a rifleman and that doesn't give you special social privileges." The rifleman apologizes and tells him it won't happen again. Then he walks away. Camilla is irritated by this. She tells him that he was way out of line. She says that she will talk to whoever she wants to, and for him to mind his own business. They are getting ready to shove off again. Camilla tells her father that she wants the rifleman named Bishop to be placed in her canoe. He agrees to the switch. Bishop is told that he has been promoted to personal guard of Camilla. He responds, by whose orders? He is told, by order of Camilla herself. Bishop tells him that he is happy where he's at. His boss tells him to just go with the flow. Camilla is much happier now. Bishop is just going with the flow. She asks him, "Aren't you pleased that you're my personal guard?" Bishop responds, "I just do what I'm told." They finally reach the village. They are welcomed by the chief. They tell him that they are searching for the white gorilla. The chief tells them the white gorilla killed one of his warriors. The chief tells them they can stay but they must camp away from his village. The explorers agree and they give the chief some gifts for his people as a sign of goodwill. They are watching the natives enjoying their new gifts. They see an old man walking towards them. They approach him. They say, "Hello, sir." The old man replies, "To whom do I have the pleasure of addressing?" They identify themselves. He tells them that his name is Dr. Smith. He tells them about his friend Tony who took his diary back to civilization for him, but he never heard from him again. They tell Dr. Smith that Tony made it, and he gave them the diary before passing away. They tell him that the diary is the reason they're here. Dr. Smith asks them if they are here to search for the missing link. They respond, "Yes, but we need your help." Dr. Smith replies, "Okay, come with me," and he leads them into his hut. They sit down inside the hut. Dr. Smith brings over an old wooden chest. He opens it and shows them some pictures. They are pictures of the members of his lost expedition from 10 years ago. He also has a picture of the White Pongo in a cage. He tells them that shortly after the picture was taken, it broke out and killed the captors. They ask Dr. Smith if he will return with them when their mission is complete. He tells them, "No thank you." He says that he is too old and his mission isn't finished yet. Dr. Smith gives them a map of the location of his lost expedition from 10 years ago. The villagers are celebrating all the new gifts they received. A marksman is standing guard. Everyone is unaware that the White Pongo is watching their every move. The love fest is over. The villagers didn't have a problem with the explorers being there. But when the witch doctor returned from vacation, he told the chief that the explorers were cursed and they must leave or bad things will happen. The head guide of the exploration team says that they are in extreme danger. He tells them that they must travel day and night until they are 50 miles away from the village. During all this commotion, the White Pongo is watching. The team gets back in their canoes and shove off as fast as possible. The witch doctor and the natives are standing at the edge of the river shouting at them, and don't come back. They head deeper into the Congo. Camilla and her personal bodyguard are unaware that the White Pongo is walking beside them, hidden by the thick jungle foliage. Even when the sun goes down, the White Pongo parallels their canoes. Camilla tells Bishop that she'll keep watch if he wants to take a break. He thanks her and replies, "I'm not tired." Camilla responds, "Okay, if you change your mind, wake me up." Bishop replies, "Thank you." They finally reach the trail. They are all happy to be out of those canoes. The team moves through the thick jungle. They are completely oblivious that the White Pongo is with them every step of the way. The White Pongo is now walking in front of them. He is leaving nice tracks for them to follow. The team reaches a clearing. Their lead tracker spots some Pongo tracks. He tells them that they are fresh. They decide to set up camp and discuss their next move. The White Pongo is still watching them closely. They decide to build a trap at this site. They build the trap. Camilla asks, how will we know if it's been sprung? The trap builder points to a bell. Then he gives them a demonstration on how it will capture the White Pongo. Everyone is very impressed with how well the trap works. Camilla laughs and says, that's a blooming success. They help the trap builder out of the hole. Everyone has a good laugh. They have guards at the camp day and night. The 2 night guards are changing shifts. The on-duty guard tells his relief that all is well. The White Pongo is checking out the security wall around the camp. It finds a way in. It sees a window. It stops and stares into the moonlit room. Camilla is asleep in her bed. The White Pongo blocks the moonlight from her face. It wakes her up. She looks at the window. She sees the White Pongo staring at her. The creature runs away. She screams out loud. Camilla's father hears the scream. He runs into the bedroom. She tells him about the White Pongo. He goes to the window, but it's gone. He tells Camilla that nothing is there. She replies, but I saw it. He responds, you were just having a nightmare. He tells her that no jungle beast could ever get over the wall around this camp. Camilla responds, couldn't a gorilla climb over a wall? Her father replies, no, gorillas aren't climbing beast. Everyone heard the commotion. They all run outside to see what happened. They are told that Camilla thought she saw a gorilla at her window. The team leader tells everyone to look around. No one finds anything out of the ordinary with the fence. Camilla decides to make her move on Bishop since he's never going to do it. She puts on a nice dress and approaches him. She tells him how she feels about him. Bishop decides to go for it. Just as they embrace and start kissing, her wannabe boyfriend enters the room. He is pissed off. He tells Bishop to take his filthy hands off her. He throws Bishop against the wall. Bishop comes back swinging. He knocks him to the floor. Just then Camilla's father and the others walk in. He demands an explanation. Bishop tells him what happened. Camilla admits that it's her fault. Bishop is told that he will no longer be Camilla's personal guard. And if he ever approaches her again, he will be placed under arrest. As tempers flare, they hear the Pongo trap bell ringing. The trapper shouts, we've caught the White Pongo. They all run outside. They are excited about trapping the White Pongo. They reach the pit. They are disappointed when they see just a normal gorilla. They put a ladder in the pit. Then they all go to a safe place. The gorilla climbs out of the pit and goes back into the jungle. Now the truth comes out. The main guy doesn't care about the White Pongo. He was just using the expedition sponsor's money and resources to get him and his associates to a hidden treasure. He gathers everyone together. He tells them that they are taking all their guns and supplies with them. He tells them that if they don't follow, we will leave enough supplies for you to get back to civilization. The treasure hunters leave. They take Camilla against her will. Bishop and the others are tied up and left behind. Bishop gets out of his restraints. He unties the others. Bishop tells the group who he really is. He is a Secret Service agent. He was assigned to this expedition to prove that the treasure hunter is responsible for several murders in the past involving treasure hunting expeditions. They all agree to help him. Camilla's wannabe lover joined up with the treasure hunter and forced her to go with them. The treasure hunters move through the thick jungle. They stop for a break. The leader tells Camilla, don't even think about escaping, you could be eaten by some wild beast. Then he tells everyone, let's move out. They are unaware that the White Pongo is following them. They reach the river. The leader tells everyone to get in the canoes. Camilla refuses to go any farther. He grabs her arm. She breaks away and runs into the jungle. Her wannabe lover chases after her. The leader pulls out his gun and shoots him. Camilla keeps running. The White Pongo is watching the chase. Camilla trips and falls. The leader catches up with her. He tells her she has a lot of spunk. The White Pongo appears behind the leader. Camilla screams. The White Pongo attacks and kills him. Camilla watches in horror as the White Pongo tears the bad guy apart. Then it comes after her. She runs away. The natives try to shoot it, but they might hit Camilla. The White Pongo grabs Camilla. It throws her over its shoulder like a bag of bananas. It runs into the jungle carrying the unconscious Camilla. It takes her to its nest deep in the jungle. It lays her unconscious body down. She opens her eyes. She is face to face with the White Pongo. He is infatuated with her beauty. He pulls a button from her shirt and inspects it. Camilla remains calm. She realizes that the White Pongo isn't going to hurt her. It goes to the entrance of the nest. It sits down as if it were on guard duty. Meanwhile, Bishop and his team are still in hot pursuit of the bad guys. The White Pongo is still checking out the button. Camilla sits up amazed that she's still alive. The White Pongo has an unwelcomed visitor. The king of the jungle came by with a hunger for human flesh. The White Pongo chases him away. Camilla takes advantage of the opportunity and runs into the jungle. This makes the White Pongo angry. He wonders, why would she leave me? Bishop's team find clothing and gorilla tracks. They are getting close to the bad guys. Camilla is still on the run with the White Pongo hot on her trail. He is gaining on her. She trips and falls. The White Pongo sweeps her off the ground. Camilla screams and he drops her. Bishop and his team hear the scream. They run to investigate. A regular gorilla also hears the scream. It also goes to investigate. The White Pongo holds Camilla in its arms trying to wake her up. He appears to touch her carotid artery to check her pulse. He has to drop her when the other gorilla starts pounding his chest. And then the fight is on. The monkeys in the trees are enjoying the MMA match. The gorillas are in a fight to the death. They are so strong that they rip small trees out of the ground and use them as weapons. Camilla regains consciousness. She is amazed at seeing these magnificent creatures fighting each other. The ground trembles each time they strike each other. The monkeys in the trees are enjoying the fight. Bishop and his team arrive. They are astounded at what they see. Then they see Camilla watching the battle of the two beasts. They shout out, "Look, it's Camilla!" They all run over to see if she's okay. Finally, the White Pongo has had enough of this fight. He yanks a small tree out of the ground. Then he beats the gorilla to death with it. Bishop's team watches in amazement as the White Pongo destroys his opponent. Then it looks at Bishop's team and Camilla. Then it starts charging towards them. They aim their rifles at it. Camilla's father shouts out, "Don't shoot to kill." They fire and the White Pongo falls to the ground. They all run over to come up with a plan to bring the beast back to London. Then we find the White Pongo secured in a flimsy wooden cage. One man says, "There, that should hold him until we get him back to dear old London." The other man responds, "I sure hope his disposition improves." Then they leave the room. The captors are all sitting around a table discussing what to do with their rare catch when they get it back to London. One man says that he knows a group of anthropologists who will get the surprise of their lives when they see the White Pongo. They discuss the White Pongo being the missing link between man and monkey. The White Pongo will be the subject of controversy for the next 50 years. And his appearance will startle the world. Camilla's father walks over to a window to ask Bishop a question. He pulls the blind up only to see Bishop and Camilla embracing in a long and passionate kiss. Bishop immediately pulls the shade back down. So Camilla's persistence paid off. She finally got the man of her dreams, and everyone lived happily ever after, except the White Pongo. If you enjoyed this video, please click the subscribe and like buttons, and thanks for watching.